So the letter which I'm going to tell you today can be a sample letter for writing letter to somebody else also. I'm just going to give you some imaginary, you can say, situation, and then we will try to write this letter. Okay. Sorry. So how do you start a letter? That is something I have to tell you. So if it is your friend, your family member, okay, then you can start with this word querido. Okay. If it is a female, then it can be querida. Okay. And then you can mention the name. So if it is Juan, then it will be Juan, the name. Okay, for querido Juan. If it is a female, okay, let's say if it is Maria, so you have to use querida. Okay, so like that you have to change. So this is for the informal type of letter. But if it is a formal letter, then you just use this estimado or estimada. Okay, so if it is a male person to whom you are sending the letter, you can use estimado. If it is a female, you can use estimada. Okay, so like that you can think and decide. Okay, so generally we will keep the letter very simple. Okay, we will try to talk about some very simple things. Okay, so let's imagine you are writing this to a friend in Spain. Okay, and you are talking about your classes which are happening online. Okay, so when do you have classes? Okay, or you can also talk about your some of the part of your daily routine also. Okay, and moreover, you can talk about your Spanish class. How is it going? Is it interesting? Okay, what all things you are learning in that? Okay, so we can talk about all these things in the letter. So let us see that part. So the general pattern which we start the letter with the question. Okay, how are you? So I will start that also. So you can say ¿Cómo estás? Okay, and then you can talk about yourself. Okay, how you are. So you can say yo estoy bien. Okay, so that is the general template which we use when you write a letter. Okay, and then you can talk about your like where you are right now, and you can talk about their family member, his family or her family member also, how they are doing. Okay, so let us do that thing. Okay, so if you want to say that I am living with my parents, so how will you do that? So I am living, it's a present continuous. We will start with yo, then you will use the estar verb. So yo estoy, and vivir is the verb, so it will be viviendo. Okay, no full stop. So yo estoy viviendo with my parents. So it will be con mis padres. Okay, yo estoy viviendo con mis padres. And then you can say mis padres están bien. Okay, están bien. And then you can ask about his or her parents. Okay, so you can again use the same template, okay, which is like como están tus padres. Okay, how are your parents? So this is something which is very basic, okay, which generally you keep in a letter. If it is an informal letter, if it is to your friend. Okay, so as I told, in this letter you can talk about your experience of learning Spanish, your experience of having online classes, and you can talk a little bit about your class when it is happening. Okay, like that you can talk about all these things. So you can say that your classes are happening online. Okay, so you can simply again use the same present continuous. Okay, so you can say that our classes are happening. So our means like here you talk about all the students in your university. So you can say that nosotros, okay, estamos. So you want to say that we are having our classes online. So this is again a present continuous, and for the word having, okay, you have to use the tener verb in the continuous form, in the gerund form. Okay, so tener will become teniendo. Okay. So nosotros estamos teniendo las clases online. Okay, so you can use online. Online, it's now a very common word. Okay, both used in English as well as in Spanish. Okay, so this is what you can write. Then, as I told, we are going to talk about your Spanish classes. So you can say, yo tengo la clase todos los días. Like that you can mention that I am having classes every day. Or if you want to mention a particular month, particular days, then you can say yo tengo la clase instead of todos los días. Okay, you can replace it with de lunes, okay, a viernes. Like that you can also say, okay, from Monday to Friday. Okay, so this is how you can say. Then you can tell about what is the duration of the class, since what to what timing you are having the classes. Okay, so you can say that I have class since 9 in the morning till 5 in the evening. Okay, so you can say like this, yo tengo la clase desde las 9 de la mañana hasta las 5 de la tarde. Okay, so this is about your the duration of the class in a particular day. Okay, then you can also talk about what you do after the class. Okay, so like for example, you go out and you play with your friends. Okay, so you can say that also, that sometimes you go out and you play with your friends or your siblings. So you can say that alguna vez, sometimes. Okay, alguna vez is sometimes, and then sorry, you have to make it plural. Sometimes it is plural. So algunas veces yo juego. Okay, I'm going to use the jugar verb, which is a stream changing verb. So con mis amigos Fuera de mi casa. Okay. So basically, fuera de is outside. So you play with your friends, okay, outside. So that is something which you can also mention. Then you can talk about your Spanish thing. So yo estoy, to learn is aprender. So aprendiendo, I'm going to make the continuous form that I'm learning. Okay, Spanish. So it will be español. Ah, yo estoy aprendiendo español en la clase. En la clase y and you are also learning on Duolingo. In Duolingo. So that is also you can mention. So after learning this, what you can tell is you can now also speak. Okay, you can write in Spanish. Okay, so before talking about this, if you find this interesting, what you are learning, you can use this exclamatory type of expression. Qué divertido. Right. PIDO. Qué divertido means how interesting. Okay, like that you can write. And then you can say es muy interesante aprender. Okay, so que divertido is like how fun it is to learn the language, and then you want to say that it is interesting also. So you are using es muy interesante aprender. So it is very interesting to learn. Okay, aprender. Then you can say that ahora yo puedo, I can. Okay, this is what you want to say, that I can speak and I can write in Spanish. Huh? So ahora yo puedo hablar y escribir en español. Hmm. Something like this. También, I told in the last class, también is also. También yo quiero visitar Madrid. Okay. So it is like I want to, also I want to visit Madrid. Okay. Someday. So you can use algún día. Okay. Someday. So these are all very simple sentences which we are all using. Okay. So don't think it's very complicated to write. So this is about your learning Spanish. Then what more you can write? You can talk about what you like, what things you like in related to Spain. So let's say if you are a football fan, so you can talk about the teams which you like. Let's say Real Madrid. Okay. So for that you can mention that I like any particular team a lot. For that you should use the gustar verb. Me gusta Real Madrid. mucho. Okay, and you can also mention yo quiero ver Madrid y Barcelona. Okay, so as you can see, we are using these type of sentences a lot. The sentences with two verbs. So we have done that already in the class. Okay, so use of querer, use of poder. Okay, all these things are happening in these type of sentences. So not any new concept which we are using. Okay, so you can use it without any problem. Where?
So can we expect this kind of question part?
Yes, you can expect.
So if it's a 10-mark question, would we do we is it necessary to write 10 minimum lines or something like that?
You will get the instruction in the question. How many
Okay.
lines you have to type. Okay. Pero durante okay, COVID yo no puedo. Again, I'm using that two verb sentence. Yo no puedo visitar España. Y a ti. What is a ti? Means to you. So I cannot visit Spain and to you and you also. Okay. So this is how you can think about writing, and then you can conclude your sentence. Okay, your paragraph or this letter by adding a few more things. You can say yo estoy en or yo estoy siempre en mi casa. So siempre is always, so I am always in my home. And then you can add that exclamatory sentence, how boring. Qué aburrido. Like that. And then what you can add in this. You can conclude the sentence or this paragraph just by adding that what you all are doing these days. That's it. So you can say ¿qué estás haciendo estos días? So what are you doing these days? Okay. Mis saludos a tu familia. Ah, anything else we can add? Just a second, let me see that if I have any expression. Tu familia, okay, yeah. Muchos abrazos or besos you can use. Okay. So how do you conclude? So this is the concluding part. So big hug, okay, or besos, kisses. You can use either of these. Muchos abrazos or besos, but use just only one. Don't use both. Okay. And that's all. You can write your name. whatever name you have. Okay, you can conclude that. So this is how you can write a letter. Okay, and you can see how things are very simple. Okay, it has not been made very complicated. Simple sentences by using the grammar concepts which we have done in this whole semester. Okay, something like this could be done, and you can all practice this and do it. Okay, so this is it, and let me ask all of you the assignment which I have given you. Okay, on in this thing. If you have any problem, then please let me know. The question number, I will just discuss it now. Anyone? No questions?
Sir, first question, fourth bit, sir.
First question, what is it related to?
Uh, Fill in the blanks with correct form of reflexive verbs.
Okay, hold on. Let me find out the question. Okay, I'm not able to open it. Just a second.
Sir, that is Pilar Vestire. Vestrice.
Just a second. I can, means like on MS Team it is not opening, but I will try to open it from my saved file. Okay. Yeah, I got it. So question number one, what was it? Question in that, within that, which one?
Fourth
Number
one, sir.
four.
Pilar.
Number four. Okay, just a second. Let me share that. Yeah, this one, no? Number four, you are asking.
Yes, sir. Number 4.
Yeah, so vestir se is the verb which is a reflexive and stem changing. Okay, so stem changing, what happens? E changes to I. Okay, here this is what happens. So you have to remember that vestir verb is a stem changing verb where E changes to I. So Pilar is a name, so it will be like Pilar de Viste. That's it. Okay. So E has changed to I, and being an IR ending verb, it has changed to, the last part has changed to E. It is Pilar se viste. So Pilar dresses herself. Okay. That is what it will be. Any next question?
Sir, so we'll use Li usted form of conjugation here.
Yes. Third person singular. Third person singular form, because Pilar it's a noun, no? So noun is put in the third person category, no? So that's why we are going to use Pilar as in third person singular. So se viste will be the conjugation.
And we also apply stem changing there.
We also apply the stem changing, yes. So that boot rule will be applied. So first person, second person singular, first person singular, second person singular, third person singular and plural. The E will change to I. Nosotros and vosotros, there will not be any change. Okay, it will only be the end which will change. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Any other question? Anybody? Please ask me.
Sir, while ending the letter, before writing your name, do you have to write anything like "Your faithfully" or "Sincerely," something like that?
That's what, it's an informal letter, no? So, saludos, eh, what do you write? Generally, I write saludos. Okay.
Okay, sir.
But here, this is a personal letter to your friend. So, muchos abrazos and or muchos besos, and then you can write down your name. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
But if it is a formal letter, you can simply end it with writing like we write generally with best regards, no? Thanks and regards. So you can use saludos and then you can write down your name in the next line if it is an
Okay, sir.
formal letter. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Any other problem in this assignment which I gave all of you?
So number 8. So number 8, question number second.
Question number second. Okay. This one, no?
Demonstrative adjectives. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Demonstrative
So here,
adjectives.
as I told, all these adjectives, you have to first uh, categorize it according to the number and gender. Then only you will be able to do this correctly. Okay, so don't, first of all, fill in the blanks with demonstrative adjectives. So if you see, number of demonstrative adjectives are more, okay, around 12 in Spanish. But I'm not asking you to fill in the blanks by using any of those 12. I'm asking you to only use these 4 which are given in the bracket. So this is the very first basic thing you should be clear about in these
Yes,
type
sir.
of questions. So here, these 4 adjectives which are given, you just categorize it according to number and gender. So essay is masculine plus singular. Esta is feminine plus singular. Aquellos is masculine plus plural. Estas is feminine plus plural. So what you have to now see is these things you have to see in the noun which is given after the blanks. Okay, because
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Got it.
so caramelos is basically a plural plus masculine thing. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so this one. So the answer should be
Aqueous.
aquellos. Son para
Got it.
ustedes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Got it. Yes, sir. Got it.
Any other question? Any other confusion if you have? Jumble words are given, so you have to write down a correct sentence. Okay, so these are all related to time. So you have to be clear first that generally when you are talking about time, like it is 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8:30. In general, when you are talking about time, your sentence will start either with S or with son. Okay, and then you can complete the sentence according to the structure. So that if you remember at least this thing, your work will become a little bit easy. So that can be done in number 11.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Have you shared any answer key for this?
No, I have not shared, but I will share that. Okay. I will upload
Yes,
that on
yes, thank you,
the
sir.
assignment. Okay. Why
Sir,
I'm
also guest lecture questions will come in final exam.
sorry? What are you asking? Final exam?
Also guest lecture.
No, guest lecture questions are not there in the final exam. No, that is not there.
Okay.
Sir, so can we expect similar level of questions in final exam?
Yeah, this with the one which I have given you in this practice and the level which I have followed in your CAT question also, same level of questions will be there in your final. I will not give you anything which could be completely different or you can say not at all done in the class ever.
So, like same in this way, like Sarah and Esther is one question and fill in the blanks or telling time and everything.
Yeah, something like that will be there. So let me tell you that also. Okay, so let us conclude the class with that part. So So just revise well family relations. Okay. With that, there will be a question. Okay. And just
So
make it
could you repeat?
the family relations. Okay. Brother, sister, and all these things. What do you say in Spanish? I'm not going to ask you direct question that write down the translation of brother and sister, but obviously questions related to that will be there. So you should be knowing all these. Then Serestar, obviously it should be there. So then related to possessive adjective. Okay. Time related question, date related question, weather related questions. All these should be there. Okay. Please revise well numbers, okay, because again, number question will not be direct, but there will be use of numbers throughout the question paper. So you should be knowing them in Spanish. Okay, you do not write it in number in digits. Okay, whenever you are asked to write numbers in Spanish, you should write it in words, not in digits. Okay. Then question answer will be there. Okay, in Spanish, you will be given questions. You have to reply or write the reply of those questions in Spanish. Okay, by writing the complete sentence in Spanish. Okay, so that is something which could be there, and that part will cover basically the whole syllabus. Okay, so just look into those questions carefully.
So will that be based on a picture or something like that, like we
No,
had
no,
it in CAT 2?
no, not based on picture. Okay, so then revise the questions, basically things which we have covered after CAT 2, okay, the topics, those topics are very important. Okay, so please revise it well. Because anyway, for CAT 1 and CAT 2, I have given you questions, enough questions. But for the topics which are covered after CAT 2, that part has been given more importance in the FAT question. So please revise it well. Okay, so that is it. Questions are going to be not very difficult. Okay, if you have done practice, okay, if you have done enough practice of the exercises which we have done in the class, of the assignment which I have given already, which I was just discussing now also, then it will be not going to be very difficult. Okay, you will be able to do it in the given time, just 2 hours. Okay, so that's it, I think, for all of you. And I don't have anything else to ask you or to share with you. Let me take your attendance. I will call your names, so please respond to your names.
Sir, what about letters, sir? We'll get one letter question also.
Why are you asking me the exact question? Huh? I told you topics which have been covered are more importance in the FAT exam. So you can very well understand what I am talking about. Okay, so let me take your attendance. Prakhar,
Present, sir. Present, sir.
yeah. I listen to you. So if you don't have any question, you can leave the meeting after giving your attendance. Okay, this is for everyone. Okay, next. Anirudh, Yasha Joshi, Nivas, Kishore, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Present, sir.
Sarath Kumar,
Yes, sir.
Anish Agarwal, Anish, Saransh Mehta, Saransh,
Yes, sir.
Nitish Sharma,
Harish?
Nitish Sharma,
Yes, sir. Nitish.
where is Nitish? His friend.
Yes, sir. Nitish present.
Okay. Rihan, Deepak, Sartaj,
So did you call Aisha Sartaj? Because it's not audible.
yeah, I think
It's background noise, which is not clear.
what was his name? Nitish, can you mute the screen? Okay. Vani Tripathi,
Yes, sir. Present, sir.
Ant Batra, Agarwal, Mihir Humar, Makhija, Bharat Rajora,
Yes, sir. So yes, sir. Present.
Bharat,
Present, sir. Yes, sir. Present.
Ash Anand, Avi Pendiala, Tanavi, Priya Reddy, Al Ranjan,
Yes, sir.
Bajrang Prasad, Bajrang Prasad, Piyush Kumar,
Yes, sir.
Ishan Rathod, Ishan Rathod, Jacob, Matthew B, Anid,
Sir, did you say Shanid?
yes,
Yes, sir. Present, sir.
Harsh Modi, Haile Jos, Karan Singh,
Present, sir.
Sir, did you say Vijay Krishna? Present, sir.
Devika, Raj Sarkar,
Present, sir.
who was this? Siddharth,
Present, sir. Present, sir. Am I audible?
yes, Ritushri,
Present, sir. Present, sir.
Arsh Khurana,
Yes, sir.
Raj Sarkar, Naveen Raj, Ijlal Dev,
Present, sir.
Neha Lenka,
Present, sir.
Ainak Das Gupta,
Present, sir.
Gautam, Satyam Gautam, Majumdar,
Present, sir.
Madhumita, Madhumita is absent. Okay, Meena,
Yes, sir.
Srinivas,
Present, sir.
Vanshika Singh, Kumar, Asrustagi,
Present, sir.
Sachit,
Yes, sir.
Aman Gupta,
Present, sir.
Yadav, Sai Ravi Teja,
Present, sir.
Swajan, Lakshmi, Adurti,
Present, sir.
Manoj, Manan Agarwal,
Present, sir.
Arun Kumar Jain, Solomon,
Yes, sir. Present, sir.
Badri Narayan,
Present, sir.
so that was it.
Sir,
for-
did you get my attendance? Saransh Mehta.
I think yes, I got your attendance.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You can check on VTalk. Okay, so students, so this is our last class and that was it. I hope all of you have learned Spanish, whatever it is, little bit. If it is more, that's very good. If you want to continue learning, you can obviously take the next level if you are having extra credit left. Okay. Most probably we will not offer it next semester, but next to next. But most of you are in fourth year, so most probably you all will leave. But anyway, if you want to be in touch with this language, you can obviously continue doing those lessons on Duolingo. Okay, keep learning and enjoy the language. Learn it. Maybe if you are going for higher studies in US or in Spain, if you get a chance to go there also, then it will be useful. Okay, so it was nice. Okay, taking your classes without much problem. It happened. Okay, and all the best for your final exam. Okay, and if you have any question, any confusion, then please write to me on MS Team. I will respond to you there. Okay, that will not be a problem. See you there. Okay, buena suerte. Ciao.
Ciao, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.